Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my home in Livingston, Montana. Okay, I've got a relatively boring subject here, but it's something I want to do because a friend of mine by the name of George that lives in Louisville, Kentucky had asked me about this subject. He had spotted some basement egress windows on the west side of my home, and he was asking me a few questions about them. The reason being is because he was in a situation where he thought he was going to have to put egress windows in. And all I could do with poor old George is grumble and bitch and gripe about insurance companies and how they got you by the you-know-what, be trying to keep your house up to building code and all that. And I never did send old George any pictures or nothing like that. All I could do is complain. Sorry, George, I'll make up for it in this video here. I'm going to show you the inside of one of my egress windows, and I'm going to show you what it looks like on the outside. Now, for you people that don't know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about egress windows, homes that were, say, 25, 30, 40 years ago, as new builds, they didn't require egress windows to be put into the basement. And I'm talking about livable basements. If you've got an older, per se, let's set up a scenario here. If you've got an older home with a livable basement, in other words, especially bedrooms, living space, maybe a bathroom or two, you have gotten to be in building code. And this is international building code too. This doesn't vary from state to state, I'm pretty sure of that. But you've got to have a way for, in case of a fire, you've got to have a way for people to get out of that basement, and you've got to have a way for firemen to get in with their equipment. And a lot of it depends on the kind of a staircase that you have. I have what they call just a single staircase going down into my basement. So right at the time that I was buying this house back in 2004 is when these egress windows got installed, and the guy that was selling the house had to pay for them. Thank God I didn't have to pay for them. Because I think I don't even know what these things would cost, but I'm sure knowing contractors the way I do, they don't put in egress windows for nothing because they got to put in a well along with the egress windows. Okay, we're burning daylight. Let me grab up this camera. I'm going to go downstairs and show George the inside of my windows, and I'm going to run around outside and show you the outside. Let's go. We're burning daylight. I don't like burning daylight. There's my pellet rifle there. That's for things that go bump in the night. Things that get weird around here. Anyway, so here's my single staircase right here. And that's one of the problems why I had to have egress windows installed. This is my playroom here, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter. This is where I do all my uploading, my YouTube videos, fly tying. It's kind of my playroom, okay? Right here is an egress window. Right here. This handle is quite self-explanatory. Opens and closes the egress window, okay? Can I show camera up that way? And this right here is the latch. That's what latches it when you suck it all the way in. And that's really all it is. That window is a little over 2 feet wide and probably about 4 feet high. I don't know, I didn't measure it. But that's what it looks like from the inside. Okay, you seeing all this, George? And that aluminum outside there, that's the well itself. The egress well. Okay, let's go outside real quick here. Back up the single staircase. There's two egress windows down here in this basement. Now it's windy out here. You may not be able to hear anything, but I do have a muff on my microphone. Okay. This is what these egress windows look like from the outside. Seeing all this, George? Like I say, they're about 4 feet high, probably 2.5 feet wide, something like that. And then there's a well right there. Of course, this stuff is all got to be dug out and installed and all that if you've got an older home. Here's my other one. I just have 2 of them on this place. Sorry about the wind. This is Livingston, Montana. Hope you got a good look at that, George. Well, I'm going to turn around and say goodbye because I don't want this video to be too long. You know what I'm saying? Thank you very much, and see you folks on down the trail.